So, inmendham has blocked me. Um, you know, you would never, at first I wasn't sure because sometimes I thought I was blocked by inmendham, and I wasn't. I was, it's a glitch in the software. But I checked again this morning, and, it tells me that he's blocked me. YouTube tells me he's blocked me. Um, it's so sad. Why is it the objective people that just don't like to be, they don't like to have it pointed out they're wrong? Isn't that ironic? I mean, shouldn't those be the ones that are eager to know when they're wrong, being so into objective truth? I mean, I'm not very inclined to block people, but I'm not going to block somebody that I'm having a discussion with. And I'm not going to block somebody that has just pointed out a trivial error of mine. When I say it's a trivial error, I just mean because it doesn't have to destroy everything inmendham thinks. He just has to take it into account. But he's unable to take it into account. He wants to think that relativity is just a trick of the light, just a trick of perception, and it's not. He tried to repair his example to, instead of using the speed of light, using 500 miles per hour. Doesn't matter. It's true there as well. If somebody's traveling away from you at 1,000 miles an hour relative to somebody's point of view on Earth, to you it won't seem like 1,000 miles an hour. It'll be slightly less. I don't really, it's not the biggest loss in the world. I mean, there's other blocks there's another block I'm more concerned about. I'm more concerned that Dax Flame has blocked me. I mean, I don't have to see Gary's videos when they come up, but, don't expect me to do what I do in Dax's case and, go click on your page and search through to see if you have new videos. I'm not that interested. But yeah, the thing about objectivity is it's always turns out to be something. I won't say always. People do learn. People that really want to, true natural philosophers, of course, learn from something in the physical world that they didn't understand, and they try to get understanding. But pretty much in general, arguing for objectivity is a way to argue that people just want to be right. The kind of people that'll block you if you point out a mistake of theirs. They just want to be right. They just want to take their approximations and they want to be able to pretend that they're not approximations. And I've seen this again and again. I've argued with a lot of objectivists. They'll all, end up admitting the fallibility and limited nature of the human point of view, but then they still want to hang on to the fact that somehow they get objective truth anyway. And I think it's telling. I mean, people ask me, well, why, if you believe so much in physics and the physical reality, why do you call yourself a subjectivist when this is the objective reality? And this is why. Because I'm not here to try to prove all of my little understandings are not approximate, that they're 100% correct. No, it's quite good enough for me for them to be 99%. You know why? Because I'm happy to be 99% correct when somebody like inmendham is stuck being 30% correct. Because human beings jump on this objectivity bandwagon way too quick, and we've seen it in history. They jump to the idea that since the objective world's out there, the truth's out there, all they did was pick it up off the ground. It's obviously the truth. And really, they're pretty weak-willed people. And Mendham can block me if he wants. I think that it's petty. It shows a lot of weakness. I think it's rude. I'm discussing things with people besides him in his threads. He's decided he will cut off my relationship with anybody in his threads, and perhaps protect his subscriber base, his fan base. Whatever. I'm not here to shove the truth down anybody's throat. I just test people if they say that they believe in objective reality, then I see how much objective reality they can take. It's usually not too much. Relativists are much better at taking objective reality. They know how to take a thought in and hold it there and look at it, whereas these objectivists are much more confused about reality and truth in that. I mean, suffice it to say that if inmendham has to block me right when I corrected his misunderstanding about the discussion we were having, obviously he doesn't handle truth too well. So anyway, yes, inmendham has blocked me because that's the best argument he's had. This is his best argument. La 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 la. That's his best argument on this subject. So yeah, he's an interesting fellow, a misanthrope that wants to help the world, but then again, not that rare of a type. And they kind of get into a lot more trouble, They use flowery prose like talking about suffering and how they want to alleviate all suffering, and you can rest assured that that means they want to get into your business and tell you who to fall in love with, because there's just suffering down that route. And I wonder if inmendham was on his city council in Mendham, would he listen if some guy's coming to all the hearings? This kind of guy just kind of always shows up, wants to put in his 2 cents in the county proceedings. Would he listen to that person? Would he listen to that person, or would he just blow him off because he would think he already objectively knew what was going on? Would he just see that concerned citizen as a hack and a crank? Because I tend to think so. I think he would think he knew. And this is why you're on the right side of that podium inmendham. Because democracy doesn't work with blocking. Market anarchy does.